This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN.Network. And joining me right now is Alvaro Pombo. He is the founder and CEO of ProntoForms. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is PFM on the TSX Venture. Alvaro, thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
Hey, Robert. Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you on. So this is our first time doing an interview together. So I'd love for you to share with our audience a brief overview and history of the company, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, so the history is I'm obsessed. Okay, that's the history. So I'm one of those guys that saw an opportunity. My background is a lot in automation, field, CIO, all sorts of great things. And I saw an opportunity many months ago, and too early, to be honest. And I started pursuing this opportunity. The opportunity is that these field guys and gals, okay, they all were going to do workflows in the field, and there are many of them, and you had to be able to automate them easily. So that was the opportunity I saw about 20 years ago. I started too early. At the beginning, there were no devices, as we all know. And then devices arrived and the fun started.
Very good. Yeah, no, it must have been hard at that point where you're like, okay, I know we want to be this software company, but we got the devices aren't here yet, you know? So, I mean, was that as soon as the devices came, as you said, that's when you could start to develop some of the infrastructure?
Yeah, look, I mean, I was a CIO for a large enterprise, and so I saw it, and I used to work for Exxon doing field automation as well. So we all drank the Kool-Aid, okay, 100%. We thought that the BlackBerries were going to do it, Palm devices. I used to work for Palm at some point, and then all the Nokia, Symbians, and everything. None of them really exist for a reason. They were terrible, okay? Only until Steve Jobs put that great iOS in that great story that we all know. iPads start in 2010, and that's when the thing starts going, because we didn't have to sell the device to get the automation going. So yeah, no, it was tough. I mean, it was, but we learned a pile. It was tough, no question about it. Yeah.
Very good. All right. Well, then catch us up to today. So what exactly is the company selling, and how are you going about doing it?
Yeah, so look, this is one of those that we haven't had to do a major pivot or anything like that. It was, we were too early. So we started with this story of being on devices, okay? But then what we started to do was automation. When all those devices were being sold, we started working with AT&T in the US, and we got a lot of iPads with our product out there, okay? And what we were trying to do is started with the small, medium businesses that were looking for automating little workflows. And little, they're very meaningful workflows, but small companies don't have many of them. So then we started selling into very large enterprises and very large utilities and many others, which had the problem that I was anticipating they were going to have. Many workflows, okay, dealing with installations, dealing with health and safety, dealing with multiple pieces throughout the life cycle. And that's where we started to focus on helping those people. I mean, we're talking about hundreds of workflows in some of these heavy equipment manufacturers in multiple languages, in multiple geographies. The problem is quite complex. There are too many of them. Now, it was similar to forms. I mean, forms is what the field understood, okay? That's the word that people use in the field, but they're really apps. I mean, they're really workflows that are very easy to build in the hands of the field so they can evolve quickly.
Very good. So then what would you say makes the company unique and different compared to some of your peers out there?
The CEO. No kidding, Robert. Look, I'll tell you what it makes it. And is we understand the space extremely well, okay? So we know the problem that we're trying to fix is about keeping it simple and automating very quickly. These field people require to, their DNA is about iterating. They did something yesterday in one poll this way, they want to do it in a better way, always with safety in mind and with efficiency in mind. So what we do uniquely is that we enable those, empower those citizen developers, those people at the edge of the organization to iterate on those workflows. And I mean, simplicity has won in any computing story always, okay? So we make it simple, we empower them to iterate. IT is very happy. Why? Because it's secure, it's carrier, I mean, it's enterprise class, it's at the edge of the organization. They don't have to put Java developers out there or anything like that. And what is unique then, I mean, to answer the question, is the precision in which the solution is being built and enable them to iterate and get to a better workflow every day. I mean, they keep on getting it better. So that's what's unique about it. It's not just building an app, but it's building it with the field focus and execution in mind.
So what would you say is the total addressable market for your target customer right now that you're looking to capture?
Yeah, I mean, it's big. That's the good news about ProntoForms. The bad news is that it's big, okay? You know how these things are like. I mean, we're about 160, 170 people company. And the market, I mean, we hired the gardeners of the world to help us understanding where to focus, okay? And there were 13 verticals that can buy the product or that are buying the product today from us. So we focus on 4: medical equipment, heavy equipment manufacturers, utilities, and natural resources, oil and gas. In those, it accounts for about 60–70% of our current revenue. And we're focusing more and more and more on those. And within those, there is plenty of use cases that we do extremely well. So the market size is very big. In the meantime, the other 9 verticals, they keep on buying, we keep on selling. We're focusing on the commercial size companies to the enterprise, main focus on the large enterprises, and we keep on selling them. I mean, the product does very well there. But you know how you can accelerate growth is focus, 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 and that's what we're doing.
Very good. So with that, Alvaro, from what you can tell us, what would you say are some of the company's value catalysts now moving forward, you know, here in 2021?
So number one, this whole pandemic, the elephant in the room of every conversation, has created a secular change in our environment, in our industry. Everybody now knows how to spell frontline worker and first line worker. And these people are essential, okay? And these people are key for all sorts of organizations. And there is a lot of investment being put on that. So it's nothing that I made, it just got accelerated and we see it, there is evidence of that everywhere. So that's first catalyst. The second part of it is that this concept of low code application platforms, we're part of the Gartner quadrant on that. Everybody now understands that there are not enough Java developers to build all the automation that has to happen in the world, okay? And we did that from day one. That was the concept that we had in mind. So that's been another key accelerator. I think the verticalization is showing us as well how to do it faster and focus. I mean, seriously, stay in power, stay there. Growth comes from happy customers, okay? And we had many of them and they keep on expanding. So if I keep it simple, those 3 elements are playing in a very nice way right now.
And Alvaro, where can our audience go and find more information about ProntoForms?
So prontoforms.com, you set the ticker symbol PFM and the Toronto Stock Exchange, the TSXV. And look, I would say pay particular attention to it. There is a lot of webinars and things that we do, idea shares, where we talk in detail with our customers, our real customers. We're thought leaders in many things, in many ways we do things, have some great partnerships. You can find us hopefully easily, okay? If not, we're doing something wrong. But again, I mean, reach out. We're happy to tell the story. I'm happy to tell the story to anyone who wants to listen more into it.
Very good. Alvaro, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck, stay safe, and I look forward to our next update.
Robert, a pleasure. Thank you for the opportunity.
No, thank you.